Okay.
And the week before, and the week before that.
Hello, everyone. We're doing a little sound check early on first, so hopefully we are good. Welcome to this session of the Shady Hedges. I'm not going to spend too much time chattering on about what's been going on, so we will throw the recap straight to Zara.
Yeah, so yesterday we started off by infiltrating the Black Abbey's keep in order to break it free from the grasp of the undead. We encountered some small handful of survivors who told us that after the Black Abbey fell, something happened and the forces split. That's why there's undead outside and inside fighting each other. We very successfully and with relatively low resources spent, except for one individual who didn't do so hot, cleared out the foyer and the keep itself. We encountered a couple of ghosts who are trying to help us out because they want some freedom, and we were stationed at the top of the stairs, ready to head down to our dooms. Speaking of spending all of your resources, Estrella.
Uh, yeah, so we managed to sneak in, found some allies that survived and were in hiding in a tower, badly wounded. The champion candidate that we had escorted to the Black Abbey and kept safe all the time apparently died in this fight. She lay dead and frozen on the tower. But thanks to being frozen, probably preserved, so at least we can give her a proper burial later on. We then sneaked towards the gate to get rid of the enemies there, which worked well. The sneaking worked well. No, that's true. But the first few attacks were less stellar. After that fight, we patched everyone up so far. Magnus, actually, when he treated Estrella, saw some kind of tattoo on her arm and said that they need to talk after this fight. But there was no time yet for that, because then we went in looking for a hidden doorway that we were told about that reaches below the abbey. So that's where we are going now, because we think there's something we need to protect, but we don't know what that is. Adamir.
Yeah. Can't think of anything else to add except for there's some cute demon girl down there that I'm going after, so she could totally be changed to the light side. It's fine. Yodi?
My anathema is the undead, and I hate them. Anyways, this undead chick, she's really cute. Anyways, so yeah, there was a lot of fighting and everything going on. I threw a fireball between some buildings. There was a lot of value out of AoE spells like the Ash Cloud on the Giant and stuff like that. It was a really good time. A lot of dice rolling. I'm a big fan. And then we were getting prepared to go down into more Deathville, because we had a little bit of Deathville, but we needed a bit more. So we're gonna go and find the giant undead shard of death and all that. That sounds really exciting. I'm down for it, and I will pass it on to Finbro.
Yeah. We infiltrated with help from Estrella's Horn of Fog, and then we bumped into someone that the Thorns have met before. Apparently, Magnus was a little confused. Ingrid de Hamel. She didn't seem to be operating under any ensorcelment or compulsion, but she told us that the champion Albertine, who the Nightthorns have met before, took a grievous wound while defending the abbey, and is to all intents and purposes dead. The undead are led by the weird shard lady and by an undead dwarf who appears to be very familiar to the other members of the party. Apparently, they're on two different sides and fighting against each other. Everybody's covered the fight. And yeah, when Magnus was tending Estrella's wounds, he noticed a tattoo on her upper arm that he's seen before and denotes a certain kind of soldier. He's quite determined to have a conversation about that. Whether she wants to is another kettle of fish. And I will pass it over to our fearless leader, Marisol.
Yeah, thanks. Most thing has already been said as far as I'm concerned. We're gonna have to do something about the interpersonal conflicts here, but that's for when we're not in immediate danger, I think. Other than that, it still seems to work when you pray for luck and give Eodi something for the horde. And I'm going to continue doing that. And I got to try my new broom of flying when I started the assault on the wall by falling down. So yeah, that's happened. Preacher.
He who tries and tries again in the face of overwhelming opportunity will eventually hit the giant in the face with a great big stone. We fought a giant, basically a flesh golem thing that was standing down in the courtyard and hitting me and Magnus on the wall. And the preacher, being a close range fighting monk, ran out of options. They picked up the stone and then yoinked it straight in the eye for that thing. And yeah, basically critted an eye out, which was one of my highlights of the previous round. But yeeting another person 30 feet up and 30 feet down was also kind of fun. So apart from that, fairly standard ass kicking for the Lord. And yeah, we ventured down into the courtyard, and I totally missed all of Estrella's wonderful sneaking that failed yet again, with her actually scuttling backwards on the ground. So, I mean, I didn't see that, so I can't remark on it, actually. Probably didn't happen. She didn't recount it, so who knows? Anybody left? Is everybody gone? I think so. Shoggy man.
Okay, yeah. So you guys were heading for the fireplace, and the hidden break there. As Mador steps forward, he crushes a tile under his foot, and you can see sort of glyphs forming in a circle around him. Before, with a pop, he falls through the floor, and up through the floor pops a creature you've never seen before, sitting on a chair eating a pie. Could we get a description of your character, Mara?
All right. He is a tanuki, that is a raccoon person, who is very confused, nose twitching, quite short, a very lightish brown, getting close to white for most parts, with the traditional dark black brown masking for the rest, wearing purple lined white robes and looking utterly confused. And then takes a bite of the pie.
I go up and sniff the pie as a tiny fox.
Estrella draws her rapier, pointing it at him. Where's Mador? And who are you?
Who is in a weird accent, just who is Mater? Takes another bite of the pie. Tumults? Where whatever the heck is this?
EOD? What just happened magically here?
The rest of the pie disappears.
Yodi
I
will
start
shuffle
remembering.
over and kind of take a look around. I rolled Arcana. We'll see if I can actually.
To you, it looks like somebody used some sort of summoning spell to summon a champion of good, and somewhere along the line, wires got crossed. And this guy was supposed to be summoned, but instead changed places with Mador. You all also feel a lot more rested. Seems like the burst of energy from that spell it's kind of invigorated y'all.
Huh.
Yes. Yodi thinks that something very weird happened here, but you know what? He did not bring pies for us all. This is a problem.
I am whimpering, wanting a pie.
I'm
I
with you on
hand a
that.
tiny fox at your feet.
I hand the small fox a pie, and I hand Yodi a pie.
I see no problem here, and I'll just eat the pie.
Nope, he's good.
What's in it? That pie smelled great.
Anyone else?
Aye, I'd like a pie.
Do we really have time for pie now?
There's
There's
always
always
time for
time
pie.
for pie.
I thought we were in a hurry.
Relax. I would like one too.
Reaching into my sleeves, I just pull out pies and hand them to people.
Estrella is utterly confused, but takes one when she's handed one.
And I start eating another pie.
Well, Piekeeper, what's your name?
Temelt Greycloak. Nice to meet you.
I am Marisol Barlow, and these are the nice Thorns.
You are
Never heard of you.
currently in a abbey overrun by undead and included a demigod of undead.
More like
Shard
a
of a dead
shadow.
god.
The remnants of one is more like it.
She's pretty cute.
She's not.
So, welcome to the fight.
The mention of that, the face goes completely blank, eyes narrow, and it's just like, oh, really? All right. Well, at least I got something to do. Stands up, pats the chest, and casts, as soon as I look at the name of the thing, instant armor.
Does this happen to you regularly? You seem very content with the situation.
Well, there's not much I can do about it, because, well, there's no portals, and I have no idea where I am. So, yeah. There'll be a gateway somewhere. It'll be fine.
Sure. But right now we have huge problems.
All right. What can you do? What's your strength? When we have to include you in the fight here, we should know.
Pops their furry neck and pulls a holy symbol of Apollo out from under the robes. Like, well, I can do a few
Hey.
things.
I got one of them.
I've got like 4. What's your point?
The point being, he's not from some weird, strange world far off in the nether. Well, Tamalt, you're in Nossans in Golden Glens. Is the name familiar to you?
Where is that? Is that by
We're close to Bourgogne and Friedrichstadt. Do you know where those are?
Is that close to Al Assad?
I've never heard of that.
Son of a.
Same. Bahrain? No?
Doesn't it ring a bell, I'm afraid. Caracters Chevalier? No?
Finland?
Never
Definitely
heard of
not.
Uh,
I know a Finn, but I don't think it has a land.
Catch? Anywhere? Close?
it. That I've heard of.
Oh, well, there we go. Yes, I'm from there. At least we have a country. Which way?
Beats me.
Oh dear.
A long way away. You're on the continent of Zebes.
Oh dear. Hmm. Nose twitches a little bit. Kind of cleans the hands. Well, that's interesting. I don't know where to go.
Well, first step, we kill the evil in the basement, get our paycheck, and then you petition your god for help.
What the heck is that?
Yeah, what is that weird noise?
Somebody's fucking refurbishing their apartment. Yeah, at 7 on a Sunday evening.
Nice.
Wonderful. Yeah.
We'll pretend it's some weird battle horn. It's fine.
Yeah.
We need to go now.
Gondor needs aid.
Something like that. Where's Gondor?
Well, it doesn't sound like the battle outside is going too well, so yeah, we should.
Gondor. That's across the sea. I think it's something to do with the light bridge.
Isn't that next door to Bra?
Yeah.
Yeah, didn't know.
Okay, what are you guys planning on doing?
While the conversation has been ongoing, I've been looking at the fireplace for any kind of mechanism to open a doorway down or folding stone or something.
Give us a perception check. Yeah, having been told where the stone is, the fireplace opens up into a rough-hewn tunnel leading about 30 feet in before you see it taking a right.
So, who's going first?
Well, we should probably send someone with more armor than what I'm wearing, for instance.
Dinny Fish. I'll go first. Rachel, will you back me up?
Oh, yes, indeed.
So Magnus will head into the tunnel.
Very well. Magnus can't see shit as he gets about 30 feet in. It is entirely dark.
Estrella follows, takes something out of her backpack and hands him a hooded lantern. I don't need it, but I think you do.
Aye, I can't see a thing.
All right.
I'm
So you
putting
got
on my
the,
new glasses.
So you got the lantern. You can see the path is branching to the left and leading forwards. And Marisol's put on her new glasses. What do they look like?
They look like old-fashioned swimming goggles. Dark tinted and looks like they should be making things a lot worse, but after putting them on, she moves much more freely in the dark.
Okay then.
Are you planning to fly a broom down here with those goggles?
No, but I'm planning to see with these goggles.
Ah.
Always a good idea. I must get some of them. Do we go left or straight ahead?
I don't know, but we should be cautious.
I think we'll try the left branch first.
Lead on.
Magnus goes left.
Okay, give us a DC 22 reflex save.
So close.
All of us?
No, just Magnus. As he moves up, a glyph low on the wall, about ankle height, flares up, and just a gout of fire hits Magnus for 9 fire damage.
Yeah, of course there are traps down here.
How
We
about
should-
this? I'll go first.
Somebody got detect magic and see some glyphs.
Well, I can try to disarm traps, but I have to see them first.
Sarah's pretty confident that there are no traps further up this tunnel.
I gain a +1 to detect them.
Yeah. Pretty confident. There's no traps up that way.
Even more confident.
Sarah is entirely confident there's no traps up this way.
Well, then what are we waiting for? Let's go.
We're waiting for me to put the fire out.
Let me help you with that. I have some experience.
On we go then.
Yeah, Edamir's standing in the back in the middle of the cluster going like, nope, can't see a single trap around here. Fine. Nothing to worry about.
When they mention detect magic, I'll do a little finger wiggle and see if I can detect anything that way.
You're going to be moving up?
Yeah.
Right, move yourself to where you want to be.
I don't have a map to move anybody, so...
Nope.
That's a problem.
Hey, there we are.
Seems like the sort of thing we want to deal with.
Much better.
Okay, let me get this sorted out real quick.
Yeah,
Okay.
so let the streamer get his shit together. Always a good idea. Coyote's going to move up there. You can see to the right. Give me an Arcana roll, please. Oh, damn. Yeah, there are 4 fireball glyphs in the right tunnel that you can see, in addition to one that would cast Disintegrate. You're also fairly confident that where Sarah is standing, there used to be an illusory wall from the ruined glyphs on the sides of the wall.
Yes, Iori thinks we should not go that way. That way will get you killed.
Well, that was why I picked left.
Ah, yes, I'm very sure you knew all the things that were that direction.
Oh no, it just I got an itch in the back of my neck, you know.
Right, Herko is still staying close to Iori, keeping his axe handy, and you see him staring at shadows. Like, is that a dwarf? No. Ah, that's no dwarf. Is that a dwarf? No, that's not a dwarf. I see dwarves everywhere when we are on the ground. Ancient enemy of my people, the oppressors.
Iodi, you said the left path was clear?
It does appear to be fine to me.
Give us a perception roll, Zara. Yeah, you see on the path About 3 squares up from you, just as you're about to step into it, there are several sort of like improvised punchy sticks that would clap up and hit anybody just below the knee, where the armor is weakest. They're all coated in poison, it looks like.
Zara's gonna pull the magical thieves kit out of her harness and attempt to disarm the trap.
Go for it. Easy
I have a
peasy, lemon
+2 to that
squeaky.
track.
Yeah. Zara fixes that with no issue whatsoever. And as she rounds the corner, she can see zombies.
Get to know one more person can disarm traps here.
We know what we do with them.
In addition to 2 more carrion ghouls. Let's find an image here for our viewers. Hello? I was about to say
Bless you.
incoming. So my 2 more carrion golems. And standing in the back, another Bodak.
Mother.
Y'all, you get to move 25 more before we start initiatives, as you've been following up on Zara, I assume.
Magnus steps forward into the middle of the passage.
Yeah, he's not going to get to move that much. He was following Zara, not in front of her. There we are. Herko's hugging the wall behind Yodi. And off to initiatives we go. Huzzah! It's Estrella's turn.
Oh, well, okay. I don't know how well they see in the dark, so I am going to move over to this corner here first.
Very well.
And well, I want to see how this goes first, so I attempt to hide behind this little corner there.
Okay, I'm going to give you a penalty on that because you are being watched, but you're pretty certain you're hidden. That takes us to Marisol.
Yeah. So I'm going to delay until Magnus is out of the way.
Okay. All of the enemies. Preacher.
Okay. God damn it. Well, I'm gonna start with my first of my usual stance. Starting up the
Where'd that sucker go?
fires. And then I'm gonna move up because I can't do scrap from this range. So one move is gonna be basically around the corner and up there. Should have one action left after this.
Gotcha.
So that zombie there is gonna get a blow to the face.
Fist of Punju. Yes. As it should be.
Oh, I went directly for the damage. That's not gonna work.
That is a hit. I'm going to need a DC 19 Fortitude save from Preacher, as the stench of those carrion golems is overwhelming.
Fortitude it is. Here we go. Not a problem.
Well, he's going to be immune to that effect and for the rest of this fight. And he did punch one of the zombies.
Yeah, are you okay with that damage roll, or do you want to know?
Yeah, no, just go for that. Saves time.
16.
16. Smacks it, punches it straight in the face. And that takes us to Zara.
Zara's gonna run right there.
Gotcha. In between the 2 zombies.
She's then going to make a duplicate of herself right here.
Gotcha. So she's kind of just
Which then walks up to the Bodak, and the image between the ghouls crumbles into dust.
gotcha. That's what she does. That takes us to Edemir.
Hmm. I will move up to there. And there. And now in my turn.
Gotcha. Mozo Iodi. Zebu.
Ah, yes. So Iodi will turn around and look at Herko, and he will rub his hands together and pat him on the chest and haste him. And he will
Ooh.
say, Herko, you know what you must do. And then I will use my last action to go the entire map. Hold on. There.
Very well. That was Iodi, and he goes there. Copy that. That takes us to Magnus.
Okay, Magnus takes a 25-foot rush.
Just remember, Magnus can
Well,
only move 20 in his armor,
Okay,
so that would be
in
2
that
actions.
In that case, step it back 1 to make it 20, please.
Just redo it. I took away your stuffs.
Thanking you.
There we are.
Much better. And Magnus will target the carrion on the left, the one nearest to the tunnel wall, and cast Disrupt Undead.
Gotcha. And of course, I forgot this last fight, but I'm remembering it this fight. So he sees the magic hit it, and it goes blip, and does nothing.
Terribly nice. And it's Magnus's go.
Right. So that was Magnus. That takes us to Herko.
No, me first.
Oh yeah, you've been delaying. Right.
So I'm going to stand at the corner here, whether that's this one or that one, but I need to be able to just look around it.
Yep, you can.
And then I'm going to shoot the carrion thingy.
Yeah, you can see the two southernmost of them. You only see through half a square to them, so they'll have cover from you. But the two northern ones, most ones you can see easily.
No, they won't, because I have sniper feet.
Ah, well, they would have cover from you if you didn't have the sniper feet. So that is a shot on what? The carrion.
Yeah.
That is a hit.
For 11.
Yeah, it seems these things seem just as resistant to being injured as you expected them to be. But it does take some damage. And that takes us to Herko, who will see, that's 20. That is 40. He is gonna just roar, run into the middle of him, and smack at the golem that you shot at twice with his neck splitter. So that's 1 hit and 1 crit. And he does smack it twice with the axe, but yeah, these things are they are difficult to injure. Very obviously difficult to injure. That takes us to Tumult.
All right. These are 5-foot blocks, correct?
Correct, sir. You can also hold both mouse buttons to get yourself like a ruler. There we are.
Uh,
So Temult moves up behind Marzal.
and I will look around the corner, go, oh, fun, and cast Disrupt Undead on that one.
On which one? I can't see
Uh,
what you're targeting.
I am not sure which way to ping, but I am unfamiliar with this setup. To cast this, I hit the little dragon icon or just touch the spell.
Punch. Shogi, can you reload for me? I was trying
can.
to remove my.
To cast a spell, any spellcasters here can answer that question for the gentleman.
So if you look at my screen, there's like these little dots right here. You just click the dot when you're in combat mode and it'll cast it.
Gotcha.
If you click the quill, it'll open up the damage and targeting rules next to the little dragon.
Yeah, it's this one here. And it'll bring up all the...
All right. There's that.
Okay, who are you throwing the Divine Lance at?
Let's see. Where is the ping function on this thing?
Good question. It's probably easier to just say Northern or Southern P.
The Southern P.
Southern P. Gotcha. That is a critical, good sir.
Oh, nice.
That means you hold shift when you press double click the damage.
And it's good.
Oh, that's a lot of D-force.
Wow.
Yeah, that zombie definitely gets a lot of it just blown straight off. It does not seem particularly resistant to this sort of damage. There's just a very smelly skeleton with some bits of flesh standing left. But being a plague zombie, it doesn't go down that easy. Very nice. Could you remove your 45 there, Lanabar?
I can't. It's gone from my screen.
Oh, lovely. Just try doing it again.
Okay.
I don't have an arrow either.
Huh. I can move it up into a corner where it's no longer visible. So that's the best we can do here. Fancy grounds, lovely. Anyway, that takes us to Estrella.
Yeah, the fight seems to be going well. So I'm going to move next to Magnus. But it's too crowded for me in front, so yeah, I will actually not do anything in this round other than moving there.
Very well. The Bodak is, of course, just going to stare at Zara, so that's going to be a DC 23 Fortitude save. Zara, as usual, can't roll a Fortitude save worth a damn, so she gets another drained one on her. And then it is going to stare at her again with the Death Gaze, so that is going to be a DC 26 Fortitude save. It is not a good day to be Zara. So that takes her drained up to 4 and adds a doomed 2. It is just straight up not a good day to be Zara. Well, that's just how it is sometimes. That's what the Bodak does. Takes us to Marzal.
Yeah, so I'm gonna reload.
Okay, you're going to do anything else?
Then I'm gonna aim at the Bodak and swear that I will
You don't have line of sight to the Bodak currently.
Oh,
As you can see, your sight line is going straight through that stone wall.
I saw it. Then I will shoot at the very hurt zombie to get it out of the way.
Gotcha. I assume you're not going to swear to kill it.
No. I'll just kill it.
Zombie. That's a critical. You can roll the damage, but that's mostly academic at this point. Yeah.
Yes.
43 damage to that zombie. She just takes its head straight off. There's not even shooting it through the head, but managing to actually angle the shot. So it first hits the rock wall, the lead goes flat, and then hits the zombie, being now a huge square going a bit slower, more slowly, and just takes its head off completely. The zombie is gone. And Herko and Preacher need to give me a DC 20 Fortitude save. Not Preacher. Preacher's immune, but Herko needs to. Because the pustules split when it's hit by the... when it's hit by the stuff. You see Herko gets some in his mouth, and he just kind of spits it out and gets a finger up and snorts out some gunk from his nose as well. That takes us to this bro, who is the current golem is going to be attacking Herko with its jaws, trying to bite, trying to claw. And it's kind of gnawing on his plated bracer and clawing at his breastplate, but it's not managing to do anything. The other one is going to try to do the same thing. And both of them seem to be just completely ineffectual in trying to hurt the plate-armored orc. And the zombie is going to try to punch Preacher. Preacher easily dodges the first blow. Easily dodges the second blow. And he gets an attack of opportunity against the third blow, because it's so clumsy.
Okay. Unexpected, but welcome. Let's see now. Okay. At which attack? First,
At your highest attack bonus, of course.
26.
That, sir, is a critical.
One more.
27 smacks it, but good. But yeah, these you already knew these plate zombies were tough. So even though its jaw lands clattering at the heels of Sara, the thing still ain't going down. But it is now Preacher's turn.
Okay. Let's wind up then with a flurry of kicks. Hopefully, we'll end this guy.
That's a hit. That's a crit.
Okay. First the hit and the crit.
So 35. I gotta do math. Yeah, those two kicks just the head now lands back by Sara's heels, reunited with the jaw that left barely a moment ago.
Nice.
And that leaves Preacher with. Is the flurry a 1 or a 2 action?
Yeah, and that's a
1.
2. Isn't it 2?
Flurry is a 1 action that gives you 2 swings.
Yep.
Okay. Yeah. So I'll just use 1 action to step up and then hit the guy with 1 fist.
Yeah, that would be on your third attack roll. Because the flurry counts as using the second one. That's still a hit. Smacks that Karen Golem, but good. This thing is now starting to look a bit reduced. Takes us to Zara.
Okay, I am going to attempt to recall vulnerabilities on the Bodak.
Go for it, sir. 20, that's going to be enough because you did it like 5 minutes ago. Yeah. The usual undead things: healed by negative healing, immune to death effects, disease, paralyzed, poison, and unconscious. It has a strong weakness to good. And it has sunlight vulnerability, meaning that for each turn it's in sunlight, it gets slowed. And if it loses all of its actions, it is destroyed. You also know that it's got life sense. So even if you were in complete darkness, this thing would still be staring at you and fucking your day up. And anybody who dies while doomed or drained by a Bodak rises as one 24 hours after its death.
Neat. I'm also going to make a duplicate of myself behind the Bodak, and then we're going to swing at it with the whammo.
Whammo. That is a solid hit. I don't think it's a crit, but it is definitely a solid hit. Yeah,
Is it
that's
a
a big
crit
ol' hit.
if we count the flanking bonus?
Nope, it's actually barely a hit. But it's a hit.
Oh, dang.
And a solid one at that.
And that triggers its weakness as well.
Yep. So Zara smacks it good, and you can see some of it kind of falling off as dust. This is the wrong person, by the way. Where my Bodak at? Bobro. I'll just place the token out there. There we are. Shago flipping with the tokens. I've still got the man flu, so I'm gonna blame it on that. There we are. Zara smacks it good. Some of it falls off. Straight up not having a good time. It is Edemir's turn.
All right, I'll move up to there. Cast Disrupt Undead on the top carrying golem.
Yep, it fizzles.
Fizzles.
Oh yeah. Golems have interesting ways of dealing with magic.
Then I'll just have Roarin move there.
Yep. Wolfie boy moving up.
And that'll be my turn.
That is you. That takes us to Iodi.
Yes. Alright, well, after watching multiple spells fail against these golems, I will move to here, and I would like to produce a Ray of Frost against the Bodak.
Gotcha. Spell attack roll. Nice.
Yeah, Fantasy Grounds is being kind of a pain in my butt today.
Yeah, I've also got some issues with Fancy Grounds. They're like Paradox. They just keep adding stuff. That does weird little things to us. Like none of my maps have line of sight anymore for some ungodly reason.
Yeah.
The Bodak actually dodges that Ray of Frost.
Okay, that would be my turn.
Gotcha. That takes us to Magnus.
And Magnus will move up next to Echo. And try and bring the whammo with his Warhammer on that carrion golem.
Gotcha. That is most definitely a hit. Let me check the armor class of this thing. Because I suspect that might be even be a critical. That is a critical, sir. That is a solid amount of damage.
Also, because the Warhammer is his blade ally, he gets this.
It's something.
But that's
what type of damage is that? That's positive. Ah, there we are. Yeah, he smashes that carrion golem to smithereens with the positively charged warhammer, and it falls to pieces.
Can you reach the other one?
Not from where he is.
No. In that case, we'll take a 20-foot step up, and that's the end of the turn.
Clank, clank, clank. He comes running with his full plates. There we are. Herko, now full of speed and angry as balls, it's going to swing on this Firing Golem 4 times. Wow, that's impressive, but okay. So that's 2 hits and 1 crit and 1 miss. Yeah, Shago doing math. It is severely injured after he smacks it 4 times with the axe, but it's still not dead. That takes us to Tumult.
Well, having seen the magic fizzle at least once on one of these things, and not being able to reach with much else, I'm going to go up to... there we go. Very slow. There, and whack it with my falchion.
You do not have reach to it from there.
Oh. I thought that was next to.
That would be next to Erko, but not
Ah.
this Golem. You need to step another step, but that was only a 20 move. You can move 30 in one move, so I'll just place you where you do have reach.
That'll work then. And there you are.
Right. If you go to actions,
That's where I'm at, so I'm just trying to...
you need to just double click the to hit. The plus 12 you have there. And then that'll roll it for you. Now it's a
Ooh.
critical, meaning you hold shift while double clicking the damage.
Which is... there it is.
Yeah, Tumult just runs up and straight up beheads the golem. And it falls down, magic controlling it broken. And you do still have one more action.
I will pretty much just yell at the Bodak that's further down the hall to the tune of, you are an affront to Apollo's eyes, you shall be banished to the depths where you belong.
Gotcha. Speaking of banished to the depths, it's Estrella's turn.
Yes. So I am going to try to with 2 actions tumble behind this guy here.
Go for it. I'm going to say
And
that's DC 18.
Phew.
So close, yeah.
That was so close to stopping on the 1.
Yeah, you do manage to slide between his feet, avoiding his gaze the entire time.
Okay, perfect. So he is flat-footed against me now.
That is correct.
Seriously?
Flat-footed against you as you come up with the rapier, sticking it up into a very large piece of fungus in the roof, and it's going to take you an action to pull that rapier out.
Every damn time.
You have got to stop driving past witches too fast and kind of throwing water on them or something. I don't know what you're doing, but you need to rethink it. You don't want to buy death sticks. You want to go home and rethink your life. The Bodak is going to hightail it.
That provokes an attack of opportunity from Zara.
Yep. That's a hit with flanking. Ooh, that hurts.
And triggers his weakness.
Yep. Smacks a good solid chunk off of that Bodak. Marisol, Zebu.
Yeah. I can't see him. Can I get to somewhere I do? No. I can get there and see him, but I can't shoot from there.
Okay. Well, at least you're getting somewhere.
That's my turn.
Okay, that takes us to Preacher.
Okay, this is going to be a little bit of careful measurements, so bear with me because I need to understand exactly how far I can run and get in one round. I'm going to count that as one move,
Yep.
and no, I can't actually get Umtip in one move, so call it 40, even with running around that curve a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm probably going to try and run past him and try and basically be in the way. Not that I can actually do anything about it, but let's see what happens if I move up here. Basically standing in his way.
Well, that's the thing you can do. For sure. Zara. I'll just seemed like you were fiddling with that one a bit. So where do you want to go? What do you want to do? 35. There we
Run
are.
up here.
Man, Sarah is fast on her feet, quick on her feet.
And I don't even have my item active right now. I could be doing 45. Speed. And for my last action, I'm going to swing at the Bodak.
Okay. That is a hit. For another massive amount of damage. Yep, smacks a fair chunk of it again. Edemir.
I will move there. Then there. Move Roaring there. And command him to move again.
Right. Yep, he's hightailing it after that Bodak as well.
And that'll be my turn.
EOD.
Yes.
It is you, good sir. It's time for the EOD. We need
Just
an
gonna
EOD.
shuffle
song.
down the hallway.
Okay. That's his turn.
No, I gotta do 3 moves, right?
Well, you don't have to, but you do have the opportunity.
Yeah, that's what I meant. That's my turn.
There we are. Yodi shuffling up. Something weird has happened to this map. We had full squares a moment ago, and now we don't. Oh well, that is life. Magnus, it is your turn.
Okay. Magnus will move out to the edge of the rock wall there with one action, trying to get line of sight back on the Bodak.
Okay. Kindly remove your your measuring tool there. Thank you. He does have line of sight to the Bodak now.
In that case, we're going to cast Disrupt Undead on the Bodak.
Right. Throw your damage there.
What's the range on that?
That's a good question.
Because it should be 30 feet.
It's 60 currently. Let's have ourselves a look.
Yeah,
Disrupt Undead. That is a 30-foot range. Yep.
Yeah, we'll forget that one then. Magnus will just run 40 feet, and that's his turn.
Gotcha. Measuring tool set. It's a nice habit to just take it away once you've used it. Herko, he is he's gonna come sprinting down that way. The pain train. having had speed cast on him. That takes us to Tumult.
All right. Sprint up there next to Iodi. And that's just out of range. 3 moves, right? Or just...
You have 3 moves, yes.
And I'll run up there. If it doesn't bug out.
No,
There we
I need to I need to click accept on your movements.
Ah. Had me worried.
Nothing to be afraid of. It is Estrella's turn.
Yes, so I should be able with 2 moves to reach that thing. I think that was 30 here, what I measured before, and then 30 up to the bow deck. Or 20. Yeah, I can't get to the other side, sadly. So that will be here.
Nice.
Yeah, sadly not flat-footed or anything, but maybe or not.
You do remember that you had to use an action to pull your rapier out, right? So I'm just gonna
Oh,
assume
right.
that's the thing you did.
All right, yeah. Well, then I couldn't attack, but I'm here. I may be flanking with someone.
Yep, your friendly, peaceful Shago is helping out. The Bodak, seeing a follower of Apollo, is going to stare at Tumult. So I'm going to need a DC 26 Fortitude from him. That's when you go to the main tab on your character sheet and you double-click your Fortitude. There we are. Pretty much the same. Oh, that is actually a save. That pretty much the same as in Starfinder, just less iffy. So even on a success, Tumult feels the nasty. I'm gonna need a DC 23 Fortitude save as well from Tumult. Feels the nasty effects of the Bodak's gaze, although he is only drained 1 after having been stared at nastily by that thing. And that's the Bodak, which takes us to Marisol.
Now it's time to swear I'm gonna kill this thing. I take my time, I aim, and I shoot the bow.
You're swearing to kill it. Let's see how Marisol sets herself on fire today. That's a miss. But you did get 2 rolls, don't you? Yep. That's a hit. So close to being on fire again.
It happens.
It is rough being a Bodak right now. Although it doesn't take much damage from that. Oh, it does actually. I'm just being silly.
So there's 10 fire damage from the shot itself and then 2 persistent fire damage.
Yeah.
It's burning.
Seems to be about as flammable as pretty much everything else. That takes us to Preacher.
All right. I'll move in and give it 2 good pops. Basically, just fist blows.
Yep, you've got flanking with the young lady as well. Schmacka, schmacka. That is a hit, and that is a miss. But you do punch it, but good. And that Bodak is now starting to look pretty wobbly on its feet. Zara. Oh, wow. That is not a good day to be Zara. That is a miss. That is a critical. And Zara smacks that Bodak.
Whammo.
Yeah. Just takes it straight in the crown of the head with the hammer, and it falls down into dust. And Zara is no longer doomed. That currently takes us out of combat. We are going to take 10 now, so people can get bios and that sort of thing in before there's the potential of another fight coming up. So we will be back at 7:55 p.m. CET in 10 minutes.
Okay.
Dum 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 dum.
Estrella is staring at her rapier and saying, "Seriously now? Do I have to start tying it to my hand?"
That would be a good idea.
This is getting ridiculous.
Okay. So you do have a spot of breeding room currently.
That was close.
Everyone okay? Anyone injured?
I think Zara needs some attention.
Yeah. Herco, you might want to check out Zara.
Zara
What?
unwraps Albertine's holy symbol off of the hammer that she had wrapped on it in the middle of the fight as she was swinging at the bodak, and she's pale as a ghost. I don't think it's anything that bandages are gonna fix.
Moving up to Zara and just the full once over.
Right. Give us a medicine roll. Oh, well, Magnus is pretty certain that Zara is pregnant. Temolt is pretty certain that Zara has blood loss.
I'm gonna whisper to Herco, be like, I think the raccoon's checking out your girl.
Raccoon man, if there is competition, it is just good for all of us. May the best man win. And he smacks Temolt on the back. Yeah. Then he comes up to Zara and like, pretty blue lady, you should stay behind me so I can take hits for you, and then you can be smart and smack them in back of head.
Well, I'm gonna need you to run faster, Herco. You just can't keep up.
Oh. If you are inviting me to take off armor, I think we should wait until after we're done with fighting.
You have to do both, Herco. You have to be fast in your armor.
I accept this. I shall train until I am fastest. Faster even than the running statue man. And he looks over at Preacher and gives him a thumbs up and a big toothy grin.
Yes, I guess.
How badly does Zara look other than blood loss? Is that
You can't see a single wound on her. She's just pale and not looking good.
It's a trait of the Bodex. Nothing a little sleep won't fix.
good to know?
Well,
Good to
sadly, we do not have time to sleep right now. You think you can hold on?
I hand Zara a pie and, well,
Zara sniffs it. Does it smell like it has meat?
yes, it does have meat. Chicken.
Zara hands it to Magnus.
Zara's a vegetarian. It's a very
Oh.
nice pie, though.
Rummages in sleeves and pulls out like a fruit tart. Here you go.
Zara will eat the fruit tart.
That was quite a racket. I think we should move on.
Shh, do you hear that?
No. What's it say?
I can't hear you.
That's because I was muted, because I'm a professional streamer. I said there is chanting from further in a very, very unpleasant language that and it reminds you of the feeling you had as a child waking up from a nightmare.
Oh God.
Zara's going to tug the straps on her harness, start scanning for traps, and move stealthily forward.
Okay, give us a stealth roll, ma'am. Ooh. Okay then. Well, as you move up towards the unholy altar, you can see Corentin, the monk that you knew not too long ago, standing now pale with long fangs and claws, his clothing rent asunder, but the body underneath it healed. You can also see the former guard captain, now turned into Captain Stenise, now turned into some sort of horrid-looking undead, although she is carrying clad in full plate and carrying a greatsword. The concept is pretty much the same. Standing up by the by a huge, slightly glowing monolithic rock, you can see where have you gone to? 3 of the acolytes you've been fighting. In addition to the large purple giant, you can see necromantic energy swirling around her feet. They seem to be doing something to the large monolithic rock, as it is it is starting to crack. You can feel waves of magical power coming from it. And then Corentin's head whips around and he stares straight at Zara. And that is initiative time. And surprisingly enough, Edamir goes first.
Ah. We'll move there.
How's the light situation in the room? I see that there are fires at the monolith, but what about the rest of the room?
The further reaches behind it are in darkness, but about 60 feet out from the fires, you can see pretty well. As Edamir comes around, let's find ourselves another image here. The little outcropping there, he spots 4 of these guys laying in wait.
And I'm just gonna be like, oh hey, it's you. Purple lady. You come here often?
She seems to be ignoring Edamir.
And that'll be my turn.
Right. Out of the gloom and darkness, you see a huge ass tarantula moving up. It is also being ridden, it looks like, by a gentleman in a black and gray looking samurai armor. I'm just going to place him here. He's on top of the tarantula. And, wielding a naginata in one hand and some sort of weird throwing weapon in the other. And as he that takes us to Tumult.
I'm going to get myself so that I can see around the corner.
Right.
So, big spider thing, dude on top. Some nasty looking dudes there. And do I see it thing and purple lady?
That would be not be in your line of sight currently, actually.
Oh.
It's a little out jutting Drop a rock there. That's blocking
Does-
your line of sight.
Gotcha. Does the spider slash guy on top look to be undead or just there?
You don't see any indications of them being undead.
Oh well, he's here. Not friend of any of yours, I'm guessing. By and I cast Divine Lance.
Gotcha. So what are you targeting?
Let's go for the guy.
The guy. Gotcha. That means a spell attack roll. I will let Tolma help you out with that. No, definitely not 2 dice.
Yeah, sorry.
Yeah, the lance.
There. That's
The
the problem.
lance spears out, but seems to be deflected by his armor. He is wearing like a black and gray with some red and gold, very ornate lacquered samurai armor with just like a leering zombie face on the mask of the helmet, which probably has a name. So now all of the otakus in chat are gonna frigging crucify me, but I have no idea what it's called. So that was Tumult. That takes us to this gentleman. He is gonna sprint up. Nyum. And he is going to. Yeah, that's right. He can do things. What is the
I'm in danger.
No, it's fine. Actually, does not have that thing I thought he had. Dang it. Well, he's just gonna punch. Ow. That is a critical hit on Edamir. You can see he's wearing some sort of wraps over his hands and lower arms with what looks to Edamir as they get closer like adamantium studs crackling with electricity. And he smacks Edamir in the face for 42 damage.
Is it physical?
5 of it is electricity and the rest is physical.
Okay, so I take an extra 5, so 47 damage.
Wham!
Ouch.
Edamir is obviously not in fantastic shape. And that brings us to Iodi.
Excellent. I would like to move to there, sir.
Yeah, be advised, by the way. I got a PM asking about this. The mystical recharge hit that hit you when Tumult was summoned also recharged your wands. Just so you're aware of this.
Okay. So I'm gonna clap my hands together and I'll do the big trouble in Little China where he does the static electricity between his hands and throws a lightning bolt. And I am going to lightning bolt all of this in a line here.
Yeah, that's gonna hit Quarantine. That's gonna hit 3 of them. Yeah, and the spider, 4 of them. Actually, damn. What's the DC on the reflex there?
DC 22 reflex.
Interesting. Just gotta roll some reflex saves. Ow. Some reflex saves, that hurts. And so you'll be so on a lot of reflex saves. Right, so Quarantine seems to dodge the worst of it, but you do hit him. It's gonna be and he is slightly charred. The tarantula takes it straight in the face and is obviously very, very injured. The vampire spawn not quite as injured, and well, it's difficult to say with the guy on the spider, but he gets his ass shocked for sure.
my turn.
All right, and that takes us to Estrella.
Just great. Okay. I'm going to move 5 foot too short, I think, to reach him. Okay. Because with this, I would probably not be in reach and on top of EOD, right?
As we're moving, yeah, we're working with half squares because the map is weird. So I'm gonna be nice and say you can move there and still be in reach.
Thank you very much. And then I'm going to attack because obviously Elamir needs help.
And that is against Corentin.
Yes.
You do hit.
Good.
For a 12 damage you.
Not too bad, huh?
Not too shabby. Turns out Estrella can actually hit people.
Trying a second attack.
He easily deflects that one.
Yeah, thought so.
And the spawn here is gonna be moving up. He's gonna, let's see, he was here. Let me just do this correctly. Okay, what's your speed, bruh? There we are. So that's gonna be 25. And then 25 because he's climbing on the wall, allowing him to fit up there. And then he is gonna try to he's not gonna have reach to EOD because he's on the wall. EOD is short. But he's gonna try to claw Estrella. That is a hit. I believe it is. He claws Estrella for 10 slashing damage.
Okay.
This bro here just gonna move up so he can flank Edamir. And he's gonna try to claw him. Edamir, let us have a look-see. That is a hit. Slashes him for 7 plus 4. 11 total with the sneak attack.
And physical?
Physical, yes.
So 16.
This spawn here is going to move up. Try to slash Edamir. Barely misses him. And this bro, what can you do? Oop. Interesting that they all got pretty much the same initiative, but that's how it is. He is going to climb on the walls and start climbing down the wall towards EOD. Which brings us to Magnus.
People always forget the guy in armor. And Magnus says and starts moving forward.
Right. That's 20. That's 20.
And at that point, yeah, he's just going to raise his shield.
Gotcha. The acolytes are chanting up by the rock there. Captain Stenise is going to move down to kind of plug the hole. Stands ready with her great sword in a parrying position. And that takes us to this guy. What can you do, bro? He's got some interesting possibilities. He charged on the spider though, so he doesn't get an action this turn. That's just me being silly. Preacher.
Yeah. This is an interesting fight. Is there space next to Yodi to take care of that thing on the wall?
I'm gonna say if you're behind Eodi and Magnus there, yes.
Okay, I'll do that then. So try and move up, and then I'm gonna try and. Well, why not? I'll try to grapple him off the wall so the follow-up people can have a go at him as well.
Okay. So are you trying to throw?
Yeah, basically throwing him down on the floor next to me, or even
Um,
further back to Herko.
yeah, okay. Probably would have to be further back to Echo. There's not a lot of room between you and Roar and Tamalt currently.
Yep. Okay, throwing him back to Herko.
Okay. Give us a go.
Alex?
That is your athletics. Yeah. Oh, wow. That does not work. He's slippery. Pretty sure you
Okay.
can't grab him.
Second try.
Second try. Go for it. Wow.
Damn.
The dice just want you guys to be dead. That's how it is. You can hear more chanting. You see cracks are spreading more and more on that large shard of some sort of crystal up there. It is Marisol's turn.
Yeah. I'm moving. Then I aim and shoot at the vampire on the wall there.
Go for it. The one next to Aodi or the one next to Estrella?
And the one next to Yodi, it's the one I had the best aim at.
Okay, go for it. Bam! That, I believe, and I am correct, is a critical.
Take
Ooh,
that.
wow. 5d12, 26 damage. Yeah, she hits it pretty nastily. It is definitely injured.
That's my turn.
Herko roars, still being affected by speed. Let's see, that's 40, and that's 20. Let us try this. He comes barreling up. The pain train has picked up speed. I think Quarantine's got a pretty good athletics, but I gotta check that real quick. Should have made myself a cheat sheet for such a big fight. Not that good. So he is thrown 20 feet. As Herko barrels shoulders into him, and he just goes flying. Then he looks at Edmir and like, "Stay safe, little foxman. I have come to rescue you." And he is gonna smack at that vampire spawn because he is also hasted. So that was 3 actions, and he does have a 4th. And cuts into the vampire spawn straight in front of Edamir. So the head is just hanging on by a thread. You can see it trying to kind of reattach, being a sneaky little git of an undead. Zara, it is your turn.
Zara's gonna pull out her wand of Shago's Nightmare and cast Blur on herself.
Oh dear.
And then she's going to attempt to tumble through to here.
Okay, give us a go. Let me check the perception of this individual. I believe she is going to take an attack of opportunity doing that. But I could be wrong. Where's your passive perception? Just good enough to get an attack of opportunity as he swings his Naginata at Zara. Hitting but not critting, which is smacked for 14 slashing damage.
Did he roll his flat 5 to see if he could
He
even
did not.
hit me?
Thank you for that. Zara does not take any damage because he slashes just inches from her face because she is blurred. Son of a biscuit thief. Yeah, the shade takes her. It's almost sounding like an opera with the chanting there, and you can see the stone is starting to shake, and definitely being damaged pretty severely by this. Speaking of severely damaged, it is Edemir's turn.
I'm going to stare at Quarantin, be like, that was rude. Can't you see I was trying to talk to the lady? And my 3 tails are going to flare out. And I'm just going to be cloaked in darkness and use my Dark Field's Kitsune ability to intimidate. So, intimidation roll against his will.
Okay. That's a thing. That's a pretty good roll as well. What does the intimidation do?
He'll be frightened 1 if it's a success, frightened 2 if it's a critical.
All right. You're uncertain whether you frightened him, but you were definitely damn frightening. You know that much for a fact.
So is he or is he not frightened? Because I have a reaction if he is.
He is not frightened. It's got
Darn
good will.
Then I will 5-foot step back.
Is there room for you to 5-foot step?
I'm tiny.
Back? I'm gonna say yeah.
Oh yeah, I'm tiny. I can share space.
Okay, so you're halfway in Magnus's space currently.
And move back to the corner.
Okay. Yep. Tiny Foxman gets himself safe. Probably not the worst thing to ever happen. Roran moves up. Gotcha. Okay, so tarantula time. This thing is going to be biting at Herko. Screeches off of his armor. But it does smack him with a leg. And again, and he is actually knocked prone by the power of the huge friggin' spider, so he's on his back currently. That takes us to Temult.
I'm going to step right there.
Very well.
Slap Magnus on the back. Tell him to go forth in Apollo's name and fuck shit up, and cast heroism on him.
That's very nice. What's it do?
That. Why did that disappear? All right.
Because you cast it.
Let's see. It gives him a +1 status bonus to attack rolls, perception checks, saving throws, and skill checks.
Anything interesting. Gotcha. So flat +1 to everything, basically.
Pretty much, and it lasts for 10 minutes.
Okay, so that was your turn. Yep. Heroism is a 2 action cast. Right. That takes us to Quarantin. You can see that he stops to kind of focus himself. You can see him pulling dark energy into himself, and it heals a fair amount of his wounds. And then he is going to let us roll his acrobatics. There we go. Oy vey. He does the worst job ever at tumbling through. Meaning Magnus, Preacher, gets, and Herko all gets. He's not tumbling through as much as he's wall running past. But all 3 get an attack of opportunity because he's wall running way too low. So where he should have been able to avoid, he actually gets punched. That is a hit from Preacher. Got a small dog here that thinks life is very, very difficult currently. And he gets hit by Herko and Preacher, moving past. Undoing most of the work he did, healing himself with his unholy whatchamacallits. Iodi, it's your turn, sir.
I am going to cast a 3-action Scorching Ray. I will hit Quarantine the spider and the dude on the spider. And we'll do it in that order.
Go for it, sir. Go forth and conquer. That is a hit on Quarantine. I believe that's a hit on the spider. Let me double check that. Yep. And the dude on the spider, Zacharias Hallström. That is not a hit, but it is a hit on Quarantine and the spider.
Man, I do all the damage. That's my
Yeah,
turn.
You're having fantastic rolls currently. I am straight up impressed. Yes. Estrella.
Yeah, I should be able to reach the injured vampire in front of Iodi, right?
Oh yeah,
Perfect. We have to lessen the number of enemies here.
it's climbed down pretty far to get close to Iodi.
Yeah. So focus on the injured guys.
That's a hit. And yeah,
As he is on the wall, and so is he also flanked thanks to the wall? Because
No.
he cannot dodge back? Okay.
he can. He can climb that wall as if it was a flat surface. However,
Alright.
it doesn't help as much as Estrella pokes her rapier straight through his heart. And not being a full vampire yet, he doesn't actually survive that.
Great.
He-
So, yeah. Helping someone to stand up, is that 1 action or 2 action?
That's going to be a 1 action.
Okay, so I try to attack the other vampire that is in front of me.
Gotcha. Oh, so close to a 20.
Yeah.
Yeah, it actually manages to dodge that attack.
Yeah, and then although I risk an attack probably, I try to help Aperco.
Yeah. You probably would have risked an attack if anybody had reached to you and attacked with impunity, but they don't. So that's the thing. Let's see what this is. Vampire spawn here is gonna try to get past Preacher without. No, Preacher's used his attack of opportunity already. So it's gonna move back here and try to smack Edamir. And that's a big old miss. How about the second one? Son of a biscuit. That is 2 big misses on Edamir. This one is gonna try. Yeah, wall climbing for fun and profit. It's gonna be 2 actions moving back towards Edamir as well. Kill the cheerleader, save the world, something like that. It does manage to miss that hit. And the last one is kind of scuttling up the wall and ends up next to Marisol. And that takes us to Magnus.
Herco's back on his feet again, right?
He's back on his feet again. He's been helped up by Estrella.
Okay. Magnus is going to step up parallel to him, past the Roaring.
Yeah, he can't share a space with Roran, though, so he's going to have to step up that entire way.
Okay.
And-
Does that put him next to the spider?
That puts him next to the spider, yes.
Ouch.
That's a big ol' miss, sir.
Try again. Yeah, we're not getting anywhere with that one.
It is just one of those days, isn't it? Even more stuff is spreading. Cracks are spreading. That you can hear now, kind of a tortured whine getting louder and louder from the crystal. Captain Stanis steps up to Herco, and that means Iodi, Estrella, Herco, and Magnus and Roran will all have to give me a. Oh, there's no save against that. They're just frightened 1.
Nice.
From the horrid feeling of getting close to a fallen champion.
Well, in that case, I'm gonna use my reaction for my dark fields and gain temp hit points of the highest level, which would be 6.
Can you do that when Roran is threatened?
It's my reaction. Whenever anybody is frightened near me.
Okay, fair enough. You get some temporary hit points. Good for you.
Magnus has Aura of Courage, so whatever frightened condition he has is reduced by 1.
Oh, and does that also help others?
It does, with reduced by 1 for all allies within 15 feet. At
Well
the
then,
end of the turn.
Magnus's
Well, then
aura of
nobody
courage.
gets.
Magnus's aura of courage is counteracting the horrid aura of fear that the former captain's Denise has, and she swings her greatsword at Herko, smacking him, and yeah, you can see that definitely hurts. He takes a nasty blow from her, but he's still standing. Okay, that takes us to this gentleman who can see a divine champion in front of him and probably doesn't like it very much. He is going to attack Magnus with this. Actually, is he going to do that? No, he's not. He is going to throw his chakram at Edamir first. I am going to say that Edamir that's a miss. And the chakram returns to his hand. And then he is going to swing at both Herko and Magnus in one swing with the Naginata. And hitting them both for 13 slashing damage. So that's Herko and Magnus getting hit by that Naginata as he swings it in a wide swing, managing to catch both of them with it. Preacher, it is your turn, sir.
Is there a way to move Timult basically to the right and move into his position?
Well, you could try throwing him.
Well, it would be the same as actually moving up, I guess, to do a dodge past them, right? On the other side of quarantine. So
yeah, for you, it's one ounce of one and 2 ounces of the other.
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna try and move Tumult then.
Okay, that counts as a throw. So
I've had so much luck with these, so let's hope.
Let's see. What is Tumult's fortitude? Yeah, you do manage to throw him. Where do you want him to go?
Just one square to the right, so I'd move into his square instead.
Yeah, so Tumult's yeeted as Preacher moves up to engage Quarantine.
Yep. And I'm going to kick him.
Okay. That's a hit, sir.
Since it wasn't a full action, I can't do a flurry of blows, so I'm just going to be 2 instead. So that second one is coming. No.
That's a miss. 16. Oh, he's taken some damage. Smack, smack. As you kick the now vampiric monk. And that takes us to Marisol.
Yeah, so this thing has just climbed the wall next to me.
Yes.
So I am gonna take a step back. And quick draw my whip and pistol.
Okay. Sorry about all the barking. Tiny dog thinks she's found something scary. She's giving me little annoyed woofs.
Trying to shoot him first.
That's a hit.
Do that, you gotta come on the left. Yeah, that's how it is, tiny doggo. You gotta come on the left if you want to be barking.
For 11, and then I'm gonna try to whip him off the wall.
Okay. That does not work. He's a bit too agile for that.
No, but my pistol is at least reloaded.
Correction. He is not too agile for that. You actually whip him off the wall, and he is now prone.
Ha! Even better.
Oh, this tiny dog is making my life difficult. She's having a difficult day herself, so we're not going to be too hard on her. Hetko looks back to see that Eodi is safe, and then he is going to try to go ham on Captain Stanis here, who is at least if you remember correctly, was a very powerful fighter last time you met her. And she actually blocks, blocking all. No, wait, he's hasted. Blocks 3 of his strikes, but can she block 4? Yes, she can. Turns out. And it is now Zara.
Zara is going to run right there.
Yeet.
And I do have enough movement speed that I can circle around Zacharias.
Yes, I'm aware.
And then she's going to attempt to interrupt this ritual by caving in a zombie head.
Worse things have happened. And that is a solid hit. Not a critical, but a hit. Actually, I'm going to give her a critical on that one because she comes in when they're busy with the ritual. So roll your critical damage there. That's 34. Gets up and just caves in the head of one of the acolytes, disrupting the ritual. And you see that the cracks kind of start fading, and the high-pitched whining sound is not as loud anymore. Oh, well, that definitely pisses somebody off. Yeah. The huge purple lady turns around, looks at Sarah like, "You dare disrupt us? The mistresses will flay the flesh from your bones." And then she is going to try to hit Sarah with her scythe, which she does, although not
Don't
critical.
forget your flat checks.
Does that? No, wait, that does not work against that. But yes, flat checks. Well, the first slash with the side goes through. Goes just through one of Zara's illusions or the blur, and the second one also actually. Wow, I've got like Night Thorns dice right now. She misses on both those attacks. Well, Edimer's turn.
Seeing as everything wants to kill me right now, I will 5-foot step. Actually, no. Cancel that.
It has been cancelled, sir.
I'm going to Kamehameha Quarantine. By Kamehameha, I mean Moonlight Ray.
Moonlight Ray. Ooh. Oh dear. What's a Moonlight Ray do? Let's have a look.
You unleash a holy beam of freezing moonlight to make a ranged spell attack. The ray deals 5d6 cold damage. If the target is fiend or undead, you deal additional 5d6 good damage. Cold damage is silver for purposes of weaknesses.
I don't generally point things out, but you do have a hero point in case you want to re-roll that.
No, dice are what they are.
Right. So Marisol feels like cold as the top of her hat is turned to ice for momentarily by that moonlight ray, but it doesn't hit her, and she is fine.
And I'm going to 5-foot step But can I technically be at Preacher's feet?
Well, you're tiny, so we'll count you as in
Yep.
being in Preacher Square. Gotcha.
And Roran will move there.
Rawr. Okay.
That'll be it.
Roran is going to take an attack of opportunity from Zacharias. Naginta, Naginta, Deadly Naginta. There we are. Ow. Yeah, Roran is going to take 23 damage from that critical.
Where was the attack from?
From the attack of opportunity of the guy with the ranged weapon or reach weapon on the spider.
Then, since it's a critical, I stop right wherever he hit me.
That is true. He actually even gets to push Roran because that's a polearm. So Roran will be here. No, not that. There. I see Roran is kind of yeeted
right.
away by the polearm. Thank you for reminding me.
Does liberating step apply, Shago?
Only if you use it.
Then I will use liberating step for Roran.
Okay, so Roran takes 6 less damage and gets to move 5 feet, I believe.
That was
Yeah.
10 feet. There.
Yeah. So he moves, kind of moves back in. He will have reach to the spider as it's kind of filling up 4 big squares there.
Yep, that's all my actions, though.
Speaking of spider, the spider is going to go for Magnus. Magnus. He manages to dodge the fangs. Dodges the first leg. Dodges the second leg. Magnus standing strong against the giant tarantula, trying to knock him on his ass. Temult! It is you, my friend.
Can I now see the big giant blue lady?
Yes, you can.
All right. She's going to eat a searing light.
Right. Well, you got to try to hit first. That is actually a hit. What do you know?
And is she undead or fiend?
Undead, yes.
Oh, she gets both then.
So that's a good 30 damage. Yeah, she roars in agony as the searing light hits her. And Temult seems to have gotten her full and undivided attention. Corentin is going to yeah, he's fighting Preacher, monk versus monk. Tempted as he is to go after Temult being a spellcaster, his monkly pride says that he needs to beat this man in a duel of honor. So he is going to flurry of blows, Preacher. That is a wow. I think that's a miss. That's a miss on the first one. Hit on the second one for 29 damage total. 5 of them electricity.
Electricity, you say?
Yes.
Interesting.
And then Preacher manages to block the third blow. So that is 2 actions, and then he is gonna channel some dark energy, and you can see some of his wounds are growing.
Question.
Yes.
Is that an arcane?
No.
All right.
Technically, maybe, but it's a rune that does electricity damage, and your ability won't help against that.
Nope.
Yodi! It's time for the big badass lizard.
Okay, I will move over here behind Magnus.
Right.
And I will put my hand in my pouch and draw out a little bit of fireball. And I would like to throw it up there by the shard of Ixtab and his little buddies. I'd like to place it in the middle so that it doesn't hit Zara, but hits all of them.
I will say that you can do that. And what is the saving throw on this thing?
Fireball is DC 22 reflex.
Right. Okay. All right. Oh, that's a fair amount of damage as well. You can see that the shard at least is slightly scorched, while the two acolytes. Oh no, he did not take 1,099 damage. What the? The two acolytes are seriously injured, not having anticipated a fireball coming out of the darkness. They look pretty tired. Estrella.
Yes. Zara disrupted the ritual. We have to hurry. She shouts as. Oh, come on. I didn't want to move the map. Yeah, now Fantasy Grounds is acting for me as well.
Yeah.
I want to move or tumble behind the champion here, flanking with Harko. I should still be in Magnus's aura.
Let's see. The tumble behind that is going to be a DC 27.
Oh, that is high, but I just
You
the
had
right
no
time.
problem doing it. You're still in Magnus's aura.
Phew. Okay, so I try to attack with flat-footed.
That's
Flat-footed
still
and flanking.
armor. With
So-
flanking, that's a hit.
Phew, good. So I do my normal damage and I do my sneak damage.
Right. Yep. That is a fair amount of damage pushed out there.
Yeah, and that was one attack. I still have a second attack, and I just try. Or, yeah, no, I try. We have to get rid of the enemies here, so the others can come through.
That is a
Yeah, 21 flat-footed still, but
Nope. That is a miss, sadly. Not a critical miss though, which is good for you. These guys. Oh, right. This bro is gonna go for Edamir,
Who is?
the vampire spawn on the wall next to you.
I'm technically in creature space, so
That
I'm not
is
against the wall.
Fair point. So that means he is gonna have to do something else. He's gonna skitter his ass down here. Skitter. I will roll an athletics for him. That is a success. He does manage to get past Preacher without getting hit. However, he trying to get Marisol kind of with both hands and 1 foot. He manages to place his ass flat on the floor in front of her, or behind her, to be more correct. The other rogue here is going to do the same thing, except he's moving here. And is going for Marisol as well. Son of a biscuit thief. This fight was looking so good. That's 2 misses for him. The last one's going to get up, move up, and then try to hit with a claw. There, finally, we have 1. So Marisol gets slashed for 11 damage from the claws there. Magnus, it is your turn, sir.
Okay, Magnus will spend all 3 turns casting this. 3 action heal.
Right, before you roll that, the Deathless Acolyte that can see Magnus is going to try to denounce him as a heretic, but does not manage to counter his spell. Yes, now you can roll your heal.
Okay. Okay, D8, that's 14 back to everyone within 30 feet. And that amount of damage to everyone that within 30 feet that's undead that doesn't make a DC 22 Fortitude save.
Quick correction:
Excellent.
it will not have the +8 on it because it's the reaction.
Oh,
Yeah.
it's just a 1d8 positive. That well.
Yeah. So 6 hit points back to everybody. and slight inconvenience to the enemy. However, you can hear the guy on the spider kind of hiss in pain as that hits him. This acolyte.
What spell level was that?
What the
heal?
I believe that was probably a spell level 1, as Magnus is a paladin and not a pure caster.
Oh, okay.
Never
mind.
Yeah, it was.
That was level 1 heal being cast.
Yes, it was.
This acolyte is going to move up to its mistress and cast harm on her. So that's 17. You can see some of the wounds closing from the sunlight she was hit with. And the captain here is going to actually try to hit Estrella 3 times.
I'm so nimble dodge that.
Mm-hmm. That gives you 1 more AC, doesn't it? So that's 1 hit.
2 AC.
Oh, okay. You dodge the second one, but you're hit you're hit twice for a total of 42 slashing damage.
All right. I don't know if it will be enough, but I'm going to envision my wardening tattoo, which gives me another +1 against the triggering effect. That can also be an attack against my AC.
Yep, that is sadly not going to be enough.
Okay, but I also gain resistance 2 against that attack.
Okay, so that is 40 damage then.
Still hurts pretty bad, but that could be the 2 hit points I need later.
Right, Zacharias. He is going to try to hit both Preacher and Edamir with his chakram. He's got abilities that lets him do that. And he hits both. One bonk, it hits Preacher in the butt, bounces down, hits Edamir, and then flies back to him for 13 damage to each.
And I am down.
And then he is going to take a swing at... No, actually, yeah, at Herko and Magnus. Well, that would have hit Magnus. It does not hit Herko, who's the first target. So Herko actually manages to block it before it hits either of them. That's his turn. Takes us to Preacher.
All right. I'll burn a key point and try to charge a little bit of a possibility to try and take this guy down quickly. Flurry of blows.
Flurry of blows. Oh, that's 2 misses as he blocks both of those.
I never succeed when I try and do this. Oh, ending up with a power fist, and it's a miss.
Yeah, he blocks that one as well and goes like...
That's all.
The other acolyte is going to move up to its mistress and drop another harm on her. And you see even more of her injuries healing. Marisol, now surrounded by vampire spawn, probably having a great day.
Yeah, from standing in the back doing okay to surrounded by vampire spawn is not a great thing to do. Let's see.
Welcome to the EOD show. This is how he usually sees life.
True.
Does any one of them look slightly damaged?
Oh, they're all damaged, but one of them definitely looks way more injured than the others.
Which one?
The one that you pulled off the wall and shot with your pistol.
All right. Well, then I'll try to pull him on his back again and shoot him to kill him. That would be
Okay.
one less at least.
Go for your weapon. It's weapon time. Whip it good. Whip it real good. He's on his back. That is a hit, though, because he is flat-footed. Or prone, to be more correct. So, yeah, he's definitely not, straight up not having a good time. He is very injured.
Then I'll try to whip the other one off the wall, the one behind me, so that he is also...
He's already prone because he kind of screwed up his attack run on you.
Okay, then the last one that's standing. Give myself some leeway at least.
Okay, go for it. Nope, he is staying standing.
Yeah, but I have reloaded my pistol.
Shiny and or chrome. Herko. He is pissed off. He is going to try to battering ram this lady first, or bull rush, or whatever the heck it's called. He gonna try to move her. Oh shit! He rushes towards her, and she just nimbly sidesteps him, and instead his shoulder comes up, taking Estrella straight in the gut, and he is thrown there, taking 2d6. No, wait. Does Estrella have anything that stops fall damage?
Catfall. Yes?
So what damage would she take from 20?
Nothing.
Okay, well, she takes no damage as she lands nimbly. He's now exchanged places with the thing he was trying to get away from everybody else. And he is going to go ham on the spider to at least try to do some good. Hits. Hits. Crit. Okay. He goes ballistic on that spider, chopping his axe repeatedly into its side. The spider, however, is very stubbornly refusing to die. That takes us to Zara.
Zara is gonna pull this scrap of scroll out that she made in the morning and going to chant something off of it and cast a 3-action heal.
Oh, interesting.
It's a DC 22 Fortitude save for all those dudes.
Right, so that's 5 damage. The two acolytes are they are swaying on their feet, very, very, very injured currently, but not quite dead. You can see that the shade is unimpressed. But that heals you and Estrella for 5 at least. Herko is just out of range. Okay, was that Sarah's turn?
That was a 3-action, so yes.
That was Sarah's turn. That takes us to the shade. Was looking evilly at Zara and like, I'm going to snap your hip bone in two and wear it like earrings, she says before she tries to figure out exactly where Zara is. This time managing to do so. And smacks Zara with the side for 41 damage.
Oof.
Mm-hmm. And then she's going to try to reach out and touch Zara with her hand. Zara actually manages to dodge that. And she's
Is
going
that
to
a
try
spell?
to do that again. That is not a spell, good sir. She just wants to reach out and touch somebody. And she does touch Zara on the second try for 15 plus a DC 26 Fortitude. Oh dear. Well then, that's that. Edamir, somehow
How
still
do-
alive after the
No.
Vampire Assassination Squad tried.
Yeah. How do I do death save?
Roll a d20.
Yep, you want to get over 10. Yep. You have stabilized, sir.
Roran is going to try to jump over Yodi. So is that acrobatics?
Nah, Roaring can easily jump over Yodi. He's a huge friggin' wolf, and Yodi's like 3 feet tall.
All right. Can he pick me up this turn, or would that be
Yeah.
an action?
He's got 2 actions or 1 action.
No, one.
He's gonna have to pick you up on the next turn.
All right.
Right, the tarantula. It's now very, very pissed off at Hetchko for, trying to chop its head off. Actually misses with the fangs. Smacks him with a leg. And misses with the other leg, but he is now on his back again. Just being smacked off of his feet by the brutal power of this 2.5-ton spider. Temult, it is you, my friend.
I am going to lean down and touch the fox and cast heal.
Okay. 1 action is a simple heal, 2 action is a better heal, and 3 action is a slightly worse but AoE heal.
We're going to go for the AoE heal.
Very well. So that'd be 30 feet, and that'll be a 1d8.
That would be a
On a
1d10
first level.
38.
Ah, yes, right.
because I have the skill. So
A d10 for you then. Hee hee. I made a rhyme.
Per
I'm a
spell
wordsmith.
level.
Ah,
Yeah. That's the first level, I assume. Or
yeah, it's a first level heal.
yep. So that's gonna be 8 to everybody.
The vampires are in as well, as far as I could see.
Corentin actually hisses and takes a fair amount of damage. 1 vampire is outside, 1 is inside. 2 of them are inside. So yeah, they are not enjoying that. They're kind of pissed off at Temult probably. Let's see, this lady. That's actually all added up. That's a fair amount of damage. It's just spread out over a lot of people.
Plus
Right.
the other undead thing behind me, next to Magnus.
Oh yeah, you did. Actually, you did close to 40 damage there in total, just kind of spread out over everybody.
Every little bit helps. And my fox
It
friend should be moving.
Your fox friend should be moving very well. Excellent. That takes us to Corentin, who is going to. That would take him there. Actually, no. Let's do this properly. That's going to be 10. That's 1 move. That's 1 move with a dodge. She's going to try to dodge Preacher's attack of opportunity. Which he does. Running up the wall, jumping off it, ending up behind Magnus, where he is going to try to smack him. That is definitely not going to be pleasant. He jumps down and kicks Magnus in the back of the neck for a total of 44 damage. It is now Iodi's turn.
Yes. So we're dealing with like half squares. Can I 5 foot away from these 2 guys? Like here, so that I'm not adjacent to them?
Yes, I'm going to say so, because the map's being weird, and I'm not going to penalize you for it.
And then, now that I'm not adjacent to them, I'm gonna throw an ash cloud on top of the shard, like up top right here, so that Zara's on the edge of it, and they're all in the ash cloud.
Right. One of the acolytes tries to go, your god has failed you! And is trying to, oh, that's a natural 20. He actually manages to dispel that spell by denouncing Iodi as a heretic.
Don't you have to have the spell to counterspell it?
Not with the Denounce Heretic ability that they have.
Okay.
Does denouncing him as a heretic work on arcane magic?
Denounce on anything. Oh, no, my bad. That's a divine spell, not an arcane spell. So, well, he must have thought Eodi was a druid. That ash cloud is going to come up. Let's see. Where do I draw? What's the AOE on that thing?
It is
20-foot burst.
Yeah, 20
So
foot
40
burst.
foot across.
So from there to there, basically, and down that way. Okay, so that's going to be a pretty solid ash cloud coming up. Man, are we certain Eodi is not part red dragon?
Brass. Much better.
Yeah, the brass is the superior dragon with fire. This is true. Is that your turn, sir?
Yes.
Then we go to Estrella.
Yeah. Taking a look at my wounds, I'm going to use one of the lesser elixirs of life. 3d6 plus 6. So I'm going to heal 22.
Nice.
Yeah. Definitely worth it. Then I'm going to move to the corner of the ash cloud so I am not inside. And I'm going to throw my last holy bomb at where I last saw that giant before the cloud came up.
Very well. Give me a flat DC 5 first to
hit the
kind of
square.
hit the
Okay.
square. Yes.
Seriously?
Whoops. Estrella actually, she tries to throw it.
No, that was the
wrist
DC.
is-
That is
Oh,
to
yeah.
hit the square, so it hits a different square.
Yeah, her wrist is a bit limp,
Dropped at your
and
feet.
she drops it at her feet.
Well, that is okay because it's positive damage, so I just roll it and heal.
Yep. That's a good thing it wasn't a nastier bomb.
Yeah, but I had hoped to take out the acolytes with that.
So Estrella heals a bit. Well, that's the thing. Right. Vampire spawn number 1 uses 1 action to get on his feet. It's gonna attack Marisol. That's a miss. And that is another miss. Vampire spawn 2 is gonna try and get on his feet. Attack Marisol, now with flanking. That is a hit. So that is going to be 7 slashing damage. And it's going to try to attack her again. That is a hit. So that is going to be 12 slashing damage. And then he bites her. He's going to try to bite her, to be more correct. That's actually his thingamajig. Where's his her? Yeah, he tries some involuntary necking with Marisol, but having grown up around farm boys, she just headbutts him. And he does not actually manage to bite her. And the third one. And that's a hit. It's going to be 8 slashing damage to Marisol. And that one is also a hit for 13 slashing damage to Marisol. Who is now starting to feel the weight of vampires trying to involuntarily get to her neck. However, this one gets a knee in the groin as he tries to come up and bite her in the throat, and still doesn't manage to bite her. I love this, by the way, just to say Pathfinder 2 has made this so much more easy. Instead of a billion rolls, it's just their athletics versus her fortitude save plus 10. For that sort of thing. Very, very smooth and easy way of doing it. Magnus.
Okay, Magnus goes ow a lot and tries to hit the lady between himself and Herco with the warhammer.
Go for it, sir. That's a hit. And that's a 1d6 positive as well, isn't it?
Yep, 2.
So for 16, she's not 400. She's definitely starting to take some damage from that smack.
Oh,
No,
no.
the critical. 25 plus. Oh,
31.
Yeah, that one she definitely feels. It smacks her almost to her knees. She is, however, still up. And that takes us to this acolyte bro.
Chuggy, last action. Raise
My bad.
shield.
Raise shield. There we go. Roll your damage, Yodi. He's in the ash cloud.
Yep.
You hear an agonized scream as at least one of those acolytes is incinerated by Eodi's ash cloud. Okay, you have the time for some in-combat banter for a minute while I do a quick bio.
Could use some help back here.
Coming.
I think we've got problems in every direction right now.
Yep, in front as well, please.
I've got 3 hit points.
Ow.
They hit hard.
Yeah, it's not looking great.
Not at all.
Try not to get hit again, little fox, and I'm going to try to burn this vampire to the ground in a few seconds.
We really haven't accomplished a lot in this fight
No.
so far.
Hey, we stopped the ritual.
We have stopped the ritual for now.
True.
Two, one down, one barely standing. Yeah.
There's a lot of red dots on the screen right now, and it's not the enemy.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
We have
Sadly.
absolutely done extraordinary for until now.
I can't seem to roll above 10. It's not possible at the moment.
Time to change
3
that
out
dye
of
color.
3 out of 4 ones in the session are on Estrella, so
Yep. I know.
I would be glad to roll anything above a 1.
At least our damage dealer Yodi is kicking butt.
I don't know.
Hey,
I don't know if I can do more than the, like. I'm trying to decide where the biggest problem is, but man, it seems like
Me
everywhere is a
too.
problem right now.
oh no, he's back.
The struggle has returned. The former guard captain Stanise utters a prayer. You have no idea to what, but you can see a fair amount of the damage she had taken fade away. And then she is going to swing her greatsword at Magnus, and you can see as it swings towards him, it kind of gathers up unholy energy as she tries an unholy smite on his ass. That is definitely it. For 18 plus 5, 23 total. And it is Zacharias' turn. He is actually gonna... He's gonna dismount. And move. Actually, no. Screw that. Why would he do that? He's not a dumbass. He's gonna throw his chakram at Estrella. That's her name.
Nimble dodge.
Yeah, and she dodges it. You see it returns to his hand. And then he swings twice at Herko. Who blocks and blocks. Preacher, it is you, sir.
Well, I can't leave our leader back here alone, so I'll move back and swing at the vampire to my left when I end up there.
Okay.
We'll begin with a kick.
That's it.
What the heck?
Mm,
And a second kick.
That is a miss, however. The first one does manage to whack him. Right. The Ash Cloud effect, please, EOD. Another scream as the other acolyte in that Ash Cloud gets incinerated. And that takes us to Marisol.
I am gonna take the respite of Preacher being here and slide behind him.
Just gonna slide into his DMs.
Yeah, or through his legs or something.
We're gonna have
Fair
to
enough.
practice acrobatics in this group. Estrella, Marisol, Preacher.
Ta-da!
Nice. Yeah, you easily move between Preacher's legs.
And then I will shoot the dude standing next to Preacher.
Go for it.
No, I'm
Ooh.
not.
Misfire. And yeah, that's going to be a 2 turns to get your dueling pistol working again.
I am just gonna put that away and pull up my rifle instead.
Gotcha. Herko roars and just goes ham on the spider again. Mm-hmm. Dude, so
I actually had one action left, so I'm just gonna drink one of my potions.
you do that, ma'am. While I keep forgetting to ask if you're done. He lays into that spider with his axe and actually manages to finally down it, just chopping into its chest until it falls over dead. Let's see if this gentleman can actually manage to stay on his feet. Oh yeah, he lands on his feet, ready to fight. That takes us to Zara.
Blue Thaumaturge needs healing. Zara is going to try to hold her blood in and take a 5-foot step backwards, and then pull a vial out of one of her many pouches and drink it, turning herself invisible
Nice.
as she drinks a potion of invisibility.
Okay, so she's invisible currently. Shiny.
And then she's going over here.
Okay. You can hear now a not a high-pitched whine you were hearing, but from her vantage point, Zara can see that the stone, the large floating crystal, has almost bound itself back together. It's a matter of seconds before that thing is completely whole again, and there's more of like a deep hum, pleasing to the ear now, building up. Let's see. That's a. Oh yeah, doesn't really care too much. Roll your damage for the thingamajig, Mr. Yodi. Five damage. Okay. And she is going to stride out of that thing. Stride? She doesn't stride. This lady flies. She's actually going to fly down here. Whew. And then swing her scythe at Estrella.
Yeah, nimble dodge. Surely it's a new round. I can do that again.
That is very good for you because you do manage to actually dodge the first attack there. And then she's going to try to touch Estrella. And Estrella friggin' dodges that as well. What do you know? Okay. Edamir.
Well, seeing as the majority of the combat is within 30 feet of me, and we all need healing, I'm going to level 3 3-action heal.
Oh. Big old burst of negative energy from the druid. That is a fair amount of healing going out as well.
So we all heal 6 or 18, and they all take 18 plus their weakness for positive.
One of the vampires that was fighting Marisol screams as it turns into dust. Quarantine is starting to look a bit flustered. Former Captain Denise as well is looking injured. However, the now on foot gentleman is looking perfectly fine. Slightly injured, but not too bad. Still, that's 18 back to everybody except for Estrella and Zara, so not bad.
Yep, and we're going to move there.
Gotcha. It is then time for the other follower of Apollo, Temult.
I am looking at this Quarantine fellow, and he's going to eat the next Searing Light.
Oh. Roll your attack, sir.
I hit the button. Oops, 1 second.
1 second. That's all that's needed. For terrible things to happen. Like missing. That's a miss. He dodges that.
Well, shit.
And that, I believe, is a Searing Light. That's a 2 action, isn't it?
Yep.
So that leaves you with 1 action left.
Mm-hmm. Is there any patching up that I can do on the fox at the moment?
If you have any one use, one action use items or that sort of thing, that's a thing you can do. The fox, however, is currently just wounded, not dying.
Nope, that'll work then. I'm good. I will ready my falchion to do nasty things to someone.
Okay, so you're readied.
Yes.
In case somebody comes close. That is interesting to know, because Quarantine is planning on acrobating his ass up and smacking Iodi. He does manage to avoid the attack of opportunity from Magnus, but as he lands there, Temult is actually ready, so you get an attack of opportunity on him.
Alright, is that the full attack, the second or third? Which one? Just roll one.
Oh no, sorry, I just had Temult. You use your highest attack thing.
Ah.
Yeah, I had Temult tagged when I added the wounded to you, so that was just a little misunderstanding. A little misunderstanding.
Gotcha. In that case.
Let's see. That is actually a hit. You do manage to falchion his ass. Wow. He is severely injured now. However, he's going to take his thingamajigger and smack Iodi. That is definitely... Is it, though? That is not a critical. Iodi is durable. Still smacks Iodi for 19. And he's going to try to smack Iodi again. This time it kind of glances off of Iodi's thick scales. And doesn't injure him. So, speaking of Iodi, it is Iodi's turn.
All right, I will 3 action magic missile, the man in my face at the moment.
Very well. Holy carp. Yeah, Yodi actually blows a hole through his chest, taking out his heart, and he goes down.
Pew pew.
Impressive. You can see him turning to mist, and the mist kind of following the floor over towards a coffin up up on the altar. Estrella.
Yeah. I am going to activate my quick runner shirt. I have to get out of this person's reach, and I know that it is dark behind the altar somewhere. So I'd like to move. Oh, come on. Hey, come on, let me do this here. So that would be 50 on the first move here, and I can stride twice.
Yes.
Thanks. So that would be further. I don't know where Zara went, so I'm just going to go somewhere in the dark here, hopefully in the dark, and going to hide.
I'm fairly certain you're hidden. No way they could see you. Right, this vampire rogue, he is going to try to be sneaky and dodge past Preacher, which he utterly fails at, so that's an attack of opportunity for Preacher.
Thank you.
That's a hit. Yeah, it's something. Smacks it as it moves up to get a flank. Then it's gonna try to claw him. That is a miss. And that is another miss. Dang. The other one with flanking is also going for Preacher. Miss. Miss. Oh dear. And on the last one there, it actually manages to get into, as Preacher is smacking the other one that's behind him, it manages to surge forward to try to bite and take an elbow. So roll your damage, Preacher.
Okay, so just any damage?
Yeah, the same as you used punching the other one. Yeah, gets that one pretty good as it throws its face up into Preacher's elbow. Magnus.
Magnus is going to open the round by 2 action healing himself.
Very well.
It's
Ooh.
31 back.
Ah, lovely blizzard. Yep, 31 minus.
Pardon me while I do some quick mental arithmetic.
It's been done.
Thank you. And the last action, we're going to smack the undead captain.
And that is a hit.
$15.
Yeah, another smack on her. She's looking at Magnus. You fight well, Hedge Knight. Bow, become part of the Shadow Council. Serve the true goddess.
Never! I will serve my goddess Caressa until the end.
That is 1 hit. Magnus dodges the other attack. That is 2 hits on Magnus. For, let's see, 17, and a total of 39 damage. She smacks him twice with the unholy power of her sword, flaring up as she swings at Magnus. This guy, of course, isn't. He wasn't born stupid, so he's going to move down here, or here-ish. And he's going to swing at Magnus's back. With the deadly Naginta. Or Naginata, as they're also known. First hit is for 9. And on the second one, he actually manages to yeet that weapon and almost hit Rorin. Preacher.
Well, the vampire lad to my left is going to get the first 2, so a flurry of blows. And I'm going to try and sweep the leg from him, kick him.
Oh. That's a hit.
Too bad. And the second one from Lot.
That is a miss.
And I'll finish it off with Ace Fist.
That's a crit. No,
oh, nice.
No, it's not. It's a hit. My bad. My bad. Still. Ow. Yeah. The second blow there actually takes his head straight off. And he is died. He falls down into ash. That takes us to Marisol.
Yeah, so I'm gonna assume that the preacher has cold control over this last vampire here. Stepping up there, aiming at the former guard captain. Murmuring that this better ring true.
Oh, I'm very excited. Is this going to be when she sets herself on fire?
Yeah.
Yes.
That's a miss.
And that's
that, however, is a critical. I was expecting you to be on fire at the end of this. Well, that is a lot of damage coming out there.
So 39 fire damage from that hit, and then 2 persistent fire damage.
You hit her well, but she ain't going down. That lady is still on her feet. And she's looking pretty pissed off. Ow. Oh, son of a biscuit. Ow. That's smart. Herko is he's gonna eat an attack of opportunity from the guard captain. He runs past her and takes a nasty slash from her greatsword. He's now looking pretty dang injured, and you can see blood pouring from several hits as he rams into that samurai that's hitting Magnus in the back, sending him flying. You can actually hear him thwack as he hits the wall before he falls down. And he places himself with his back to Magnus's. You can hear, don't worry, my friend. I will not let this honorless cur ruin your duel.
I thank you, Herko.
And that is him, and that takes us to Zara.
Zara is going to take 2 minor and 1 lesser healing potion out of her pockets and drink them.
Ah. Zara is drinking as if it's spring break and the frat boys are buying the beer. 25 back. The stone snaps, the flying stone snaps back into being whole, and a wave of warmth flashes out. You can hear the shades scream in agony. The last vampire spawn that's fighting Preacher falls down into ash. The captain is looking very, very injured. The same with the other guy fighting here. The vampiric mist that was quarantined is just falls down into dust, and everybody on the map is healed for 30. Edamir, it is your turn.
I'm going to cast Heat Metal on the Lady Captain's armor. Since he said she's wearing full plate mail.
Very well, go for it, sir.
Um, and since she's wearing it, she'll take 2d4 persistent fire damage.
Okay, roll your fire damage.
I did. And she can attempt a reflex saving throw, which maybe, I don't know if she can do that since it's armor.
Not really gonna do much anyway. She screams a curse at Magnus, like, unbeliever, she'll rend your soul, and I'll be back. And then she melts as her armor turns red hot and just immolates her inside it.
Begone, false one.
Roran will move to there, and I'll command him to attack.
Yeah, Roran is going to take one attack of opportunity because this guy has got reach on his Naginata. And actually is not able to hit Roran.
I thought that he lost his Naginata.
He did, actually. My bad. He would have missed anyway.
Probably a miss.
That is a miss, yes.
Alright, then that's my turn.
That takes us to Temult.
I am going to slip past the Master Dragon here to there.
Very well.
And fire off a Divine Lance at the big nasty lady.
Go for it, good sir. Go for it. Make it rain. Nope, that's a miss. She just wipes her hand and easily deflects the holy magic. You can see her. She is disintegrating in front of your eyes. It's only her the evil power that's actually managing to keep her around. Now that the warding stone, as you now recognize it as, is whole.
In that case, I will chitter angrily at her and ready my falchion in case I need it.
Okay, that takes us to Yodi.
Okay. I will do a 3-action magic missile on the shard.
Go for it, sir. It's a solid 10 damage. Yeah, it's chipping away. This thing is powerful and evil, but you can see it take a fair amount of damage there. Estrella.
Yes, if you want to correct my position, you can do so. I remembered the quick runner shirt bonus wrong.
Oh, that's fine. We'll stick with where you are.
All right. As I cannot see how badly hurt this big demon or whatever it is, I am going to switch out weapons. I'm putting one weapon into my backpack, pulling out another one, and then moving up to the corner.
Very well.
As I was putting one away, pulling one out, I don't think I have any more actions left.
Okay, that takes us to Magnus.
Okay, Magnus is going to reach into one of the pouches of his belt and swallow a elixir of life.
Gotcha. Well,
60.
It's something. And then?
And then he's going to cast Fire Ray on the shard.
Okay. Fire! That's a hit.
Okay, yep. And persistent. No, that's for critical. And that is Magnus's turn.
Okay, Zacharias is going to pull out a long, wicked-looking knife. It's a flissa for anybody who wants to Google it. I will. Well, that doing it in Necrol isn't going to do much. And he is going to stab twice at Roran with it. Oh, that's a critical. And a hit. So Roran is going to take a total of 45 slashing damage.
Okie dokie.
And that is him. Takes us to Preacher.
I am making a judgment call on movement, and as what happened there? Why can't I? Suddenly I lost my tracking. Why did that happen? Try again. I can get there with 20 feet up and around the corner and then straight.
Gotcha.
Should be 2 actions. And a final
Yeah.
one. Giving her a kick.
That's a hit. Yep. She gets kicked. Marisol.
I am gonna reload and shoot at the shade.
Very well. That is a critical.
For 28.
Okay. Bam. Herko looks back at Magnus and then gives him a nod. Looks back at Iodi with a questioning look.
what to do.
And then he's going to take one move and slash 3 times with his neck splitter at that vampire brawl. Oh, first one's a natural 20. Well, that's nice. You can hear him as he doesn't so much charge as just walk up menacingly and going like, honorless scum, attacking the friend of my friend in his butt. You do not attack the buttocks when someone is in a duel. And then he moves up, kind of casually swipes that dagger away with his hand and just takes his head off. That takes us to Zara.
Zara is going to pull out her wand of acid arrow, point it at the shard, and let it rip.
I'm gonna say Zara's gonna have to. Nah, it's huge. So she would be able to see it, even though there's a little platform in the way. However, she sees it coming and deflects it with her
I am
feeble power.
invisible, so I don't know if that's a +2 or a +4.
It's a good
Pretty sure
question.
it's 2 flat-footed.
We'll count it as a +4, but even with that and flat-footed, that's a miss.
Okie dokie.
The shard hanging up on the thing pulses again. Estrella, Roran, and Zara are stunned this turn as some sort of very, very nasty magical disease they were not aware of leaves their bodies in a suitably nasty way.
What stunned number?
That is going to be a stunned 1 for each of you because the disease hadn't progressed too far away. Too far away? Too far. I'm sorry, everybody. My English is not super great today. I have the man flu. It is a beautiful thing. Let's see. And the shade looks at Preacher like, poor annoying soul. Don't you see? When she is ascendant, the triumvirate will let your souls finally rest. No longer bound to your bodies shackled by mad gnomes.
I choose when to go.
You'll come around when you learn the truth. But there will be no sanctuary anywhere for you or your friends. The mistresses will hunt you down no matter where you go, no matter what city you go to, what cave you hide in, the bottom of the ocean, or even on different worlds. Death will always be there, and so will the triumvirate. Do not think this is over. And then she kind of just fades away as the power of the shard finally becomes too much.
No. Well, it's better to have loved and lost than to never loved at all. I shrug.
Put a
She-
stork in it.
Okay.
Estrella kneels down and puts away the weapon she pulled out earlier.
You're all basking in the warmth and light from the shard, but it is becoming obvious to you that staying in the vicinity of this thing too long would be hazardous to the health of even the living.
Yeah, let's loot these people and get out of here. I think we shouldn't stay here too long.
As a champion of Carissa, I didn't hear you say the word loot, but get on with it.
We're mercenaries, darling.
Let's phrase it like we're looking for clues to the mastermind behind this.
Liberating. Use liberating. They love that word.
Yes,
I'll
we're
bu-
liberating them.
I'll
on.
buy all of them, whether my goddess will or not. Well, she's not here to ask, so let's get on with it. If there's any scotch, I could use a wee nip.
Tossing you a small flask. It's not exactly whiskey, but it's something.
Oh, any old rubbish will do me, sweetheart.
Looking at everybody who is the most messed up.
Currently, nobody's messed up, as the emanation from that shard is healing everyone.
Nice. I am going to go and examine said shard.
Right. Give us a planner lore roll.
Oh,
In your case.
portals.
Yep. There we are. I have DM'd you your knowledge a while ago.
Huh. Interesting.
Preacher follows with the newfound best friend forever, just in case. Best friend, not best friend.
Yeah. Preacher, as he gets closer and closer to the portal, he feels more and more disconnected from his body.
Ooh.
But he can remember. He remembers having a mother, red hair, being scared of the dark and her comforting him. The taste of blueberry pie. The fear when gnomes come to collect him from his family. And I'm going to need a DC 30 will save from Preacher to stay closer to that thing.
Don't think so.
Nope. Preacher is getting the heck out of line of sight of that thing.
What was that?
A very fast running monk.
I want to go up to it.
I want to leave.
I want to search the vampire's coffin before we do.
Guys, there's still a fight going on up there. Just because we're done here doesn't mean the situation upstairs has cleared.
Exactly.
Zara seems unbothered. She's going to start searching the basement area with a 27 perception.
I'll go through all of the loot you find at the end of the session. There's a lot.
I'm
Fine,
looking
we'll
for things
take
like
it.
writing and whatnot.
Yeah, with the writing and everything, this room, to you at least, you're pretty certain predates even the first Empire. You have no idea who actually built this. It's not ancient elven, gnomish, or halfling craftsmanship. The dimensions are wrong. It's built by something way bigger than any of those races. But you'd be buggered if you know who.
Looking at it, and it's like, it wasn't really stated who's in charge of you guys. Anybody?
Technically, it's me for now, at least.
Oh, okay. It's a warding stone. It's ancient magic connecting it to the positive plane. Who built it? I have no idea, but
Myths and legends.
Sure. But supposedly, for several miles all around, it's going to disrupt undead and just generally mess with them. So,
I like it then. But I think we shouldn't stay here too long. It's kind of like the sun. Too much of a good thing is bad.
it does
Zara's
feel
going to
tingly.
take smudging of some of the script.
Yeah. Just the smudges themselves, you think. One is that you'll learn a lot from it, but a historian or collector would probably pay top gold coin for this, as long as you don't go to one of the more shady ones that, says the best they can do is like 15 silver and half a pouch of tobacco.
And other than that, yes, I'm going to get away from this thing because it feels tingly in all the wrong places.
Yeah, let's take what's here and go.
Yeah, staying too close to that thing, you can feel like then what you now know is positive energy actually starting to suffuse your body to the point where you can see tiny little hairs on your arms and then your fur turning into just light and floating away.
Yeah, we should get out.
There might be green streaks of light after Preacher running away.
Like a little preacher sprinting shaped cloud, and then just no preacher anymore. Okay, so you guys are heading out. That's fair.
Yep.
I believe for today, that is a good note to end it on. Stuff is going to be happening when you get outside. So thank you everyone for joining today. I've been a bit lazy about updating the YouTube, and that is on me. However, by tomorrow we should have the last two and this episode up, because I'm currently uploading one. So thank you everybody for joining. We will not be playing next Sunday as I have to go do things. But on Sunday, the 29th, Sunday 30th, we'll be back. Yeah, so Sunday 23rd, nothing is happening, but 30th, we'll be back. So in 2 weeks from now. So everybody stay safe, stay healthy, and be well. Thank you for joining. Go over to Twitch TV/Tolmar. Drop your tier subs there. Give a couple of $100 in the tips to our esteemed streamer. Thank you everybody for joining, and we'll see you in 2 weeks.
Bye.
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 Toodles.
Bye.